back, everybody. Are you lighting up the holidays with some beautiful decorations for your home? If so, you want to make sure everything is not only festive, but also safe for you and your family. Today, Jessica Williams, the Regional Manager for Customer Service with Entergy, is here to share some tips. Welcome to the show, darling.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Looking festive in red. Thank you so much for
Trying.
being here, and
Thanks
happy holidays to you. I am so glad we are talking about this because I drive down the street and I see so many Christmas lights. But look, it can be a little bit dangerous, everybody. Let's first go inside the home. Let's talk about the indoors. What do people need to know about lighting safety when it comes to decorating inside their homes?
Okay, so the first step is to make sure you get a tree that's fresh. And you can do that when you're on the lot. Just make sure the pine needles don't come off as, very easily. Water your tree daily so it stays fresh. Keep your tree away from heaters, fireplaces, things like that. Also, just make sure that your lights, when your wires aren't frayed, your bulbs are working correctly. If you do need to replace a bulb, unplug the string of lights before you replace the bulb, and then plug it back in to see if it works.
And why should we do that?
You don't want to get shocked.
Yeah.
You don't want to create any danger for yourself. Also, I think what you could do is I forgot.
One thing I think is important to note is I like how you said that, making sure that you don't get shocked, because I know I do that all the time. Like, I'm like, let me see what light is out, so I turn on all the lights, and what ends up happening is that I get a little bit of shock. And why do you suggest a real tree over artificial trees? Is it because artificial trees are more likely to catch fire?
I don't know that they are, especially today with a lot of the artificial trees are already pre-lit. I think you're kind of in the same boat for both.
Yeah.
But just in terms of a real tree, they do dry out, especially towards the end of the month. And a lot of people will have their tree significantly longer than Christmas.
Yes.
So it is really dry. So you just want to be really careful with those real trees. And another tree that we, say do not light is the metallic trees. And that is because if one bulb is faulty or the line is faulty, it could ignite the whole metallic tree. So you definitely want to stay away from lighting those.
Good note there. I did not know that. Now, let's talk about outside the home. So many people decorate their homes a lot on the outdoors. I'm glad you do that, but there are some safety tips. What can you tell us?
Yes, so make sure that the lights that you put outside are designated for outside.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Because I did that once. I thought that the trees that I put on my tree could also go lining the roof.
Yeah, no, they cannot.
They cannot.
No. And so, use a ladder that is a non-conducting fiberglass or wooden ladder. Also, make sure there's no overhanging wires or anything like that. And again, the frayed wires, you want to make sure that your wires are good. The lighting, all bulbs are working. If they are not, same thing, unplug them. And
make sure they're not by flammable material as well, because if there is, for some reason, a slight shock, it can cause a fire, and we do not want that. Also, use the right ladder, right? It's important to use a ladder that's safe for outdoors.
That's right. And in addition to keeping your lights away from dry materials, whether it's plastic or dry leaves, dry grass, you can put the wiring on a piece of wood, or maybe I use brick. I just put mine on a piece of brick. Yeah, just to keep the wires up off the ground.
Now, we're talking about lighting today, everybody. Look, if you've got lights inside and outside, look, that electricity bill might be a little bit higher than normal.
Yes.
What's one tip you can offer us on how we can maybe save a little bit of money when it comes to all of the Christmas lights?
So you could use the cool burning LED lights. That's helpful, especially because you're going to be using the lights all month long. Some go into January when using their lights. So that'll be beneficial. And also, I know Christmas lights are most beautiful at night, but turn them off at night when you go to sleep. Make sure you turn them off, both the inside and outside lights, but especially when you're not home. You don't want to leave those on when you're not home.
It's so important, everybody. You're seeing some great tips right there, making sure you're using the right extension cords as well, using rubber gaskets and light sockets. Also important, we want to make sure that everybody is safe this holiday season. And I want to thank you so much, Jessica, for joining us today. Come on, if you're lighting up the holidays, now you can do it safely. And look, everybody, you can find out more information about lighting safety on Entergy's website. Just visit Entergy-NewOrleans.com. And you can also follow them on social media as well, at Entergy NOLA. All right, stick with us.